Hello, everyone. Malik and Abro welcome you to a cracking new episode of Matchweek Echoes. We will be covering Matchweek 24 in this episode. Welcome on board, Mr. Abro. How are you?
Yes, all good. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum to all our viewers. Yes, we are back with some scintillating fixtures and interesting results, Malik sir.
Oh, yeah, very thrilling, very thrilling Matchweek. This was, and as it has happened so often in the season, many changes
Yeah.
in the table format as well. So let's take a look at at the matches first, and then maybe we can glance over the table and the standings as they stand after match week 24. So how do you propose we start?
I think
There were four matches.
I think we should be heading towards Stamford Bridge for a London derby.
Oh
What
yeah.
game it was? I
Oh,
mean, uh,
brilliant
we
fixture.
were we were both. I mean, watching that game together, of course,
Together,
different
yeah.
places, but we were talking about it and.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a story of two halves, Malik sir.
it was definitely a game of two halves. I think Hammers were fantastic in the first half. And surprisingly, I mean, you don't really expect the visitors to be, bombarding the opponent goal in the very first half. Normally, this happens in the second. But I think they were brilliant. They were fantastic. They created many chances. They were brilliant in defense as well, and they materialized the opportunities that came that their way. And Chelsea, on the other hand, I think they were a bit lousy in the first half, in defensively, so to speak. And also going forward, I believe they did not show much of that passion in the first half itself. It was,
Yeah,
how it felt. It was like they were there for a draw, maybe a nil-nil draw. This is what they were fighting for, and at home, and that was very depressing to see. I think for all the Chelsea fans, I think that was very depressing to see.
I
Um,
thought they allowed too much space to West
they
Ham. In
did,
fact,
they did in the
look at
midfield and
how
in the
Bowen
defense.
was playing. I
Yeah,
mean, Bowen was let freely to operate freely, and he's a very dangerous player from
and
the
I mean,
flank, from the inside, and I
he
mean,
showed in
if
this game
you
on a couple of occasions. Mr. Abro,
yes,
he was fantastic. The first goal that came in the very early 7 minutes of the match, the Bowen. This was a very a searching pass that he
it was a clear cut cross. I mean, it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
meant for
yeah.
somebody's head, but it did
And I
it,
mean,
and
I would give Robert Sanchez, a shadow of a doubt that he had, maybe because he expected the striker to make contact with the ball, and he stood at his place
yeah.
just to see where the ball deflection might take it. But I think, without any touch, Bowen's ball freely passed back to the net. It was a fantastic goal. And a start,
Yes.
a dream start to Nuno Espirito's side. They couldn't
Yeah.
have had anything imagined better than this, I believe.
Yeah, they're fighting for their lives at the moment, battling out the
And
relegation.
yeah, 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 in the relegation zone, they are still in the relegation zone. And the way it looked, Mr. Abro, by the close of first half, how it appeared was that they would be, if they take away a win here, they would be drawing up the points with Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, yeah,
Just one position ahead of them.
yeah.
But then came the second half, and I think all credit
I
goes
thought
to
I thought the substitution was
they were amazing. Yeah,
timely.
yeah, yeah. This is
I
what
mean,
I was
brilliant
getting at.
substitution by
I think
Liam, and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Credit
it
goes
changed
to
it changed the dynamics of the game
it did.
completely.
It did. I think he brought on, his, I think, the favored 11. And
Yeah.
that also more or less stayed the same with Enzo Maresca as well. So he brought familiar
Cucurella,
faces
Wesley
on
Fofana,
ground.
João Pedro, immense,
Yeah. And
amazing.
I think they all made their, contribution to the match, the difference that it made to the side. And in
So
that very first half, I mean,
two of his three substitutes scored. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
And they
that's
were
a
brilliant.
masterstroke.
They were brilliant, I
Yeah,
think. So,
they are
I think
brilliant,
the
and of course,
substitution, I think you would have to give him this, the substitution and the change of tactics, because the players that he brought on the pitch, they did not only change the game, but they also brought in fresh energy with them. And that was very, very eminent, I think, in the second half as Chelsea played. And this is how fans would have expected Chelsea to actually start off this way. in the very first half. But later it came. But I think sigh of relief for the Chelsea fans. Taking away a win from another London derby, and at this point of
And
time,
of course, Malik Saab, for all the Chelsea listeners and fans
yeah,
right now, I mean, there is a stat coming out, and there's a bit of history
yeah,
which have been made. I believe Chelsea, this was their first ever Premier League victory after
yeah,
going 2-0 down at home at halftime.
yeah,
I mean, this is remarkable.
yeah, and against
I
Hammers, I
mean,
think this is a stint that they pulled off. I think maybe after 1980s, first time
yes,
ever, winning 3 goals to 2 and
yes.
coming from 2 goals behind. I think, yeah. So I think
So
a good
incredible,
start to Liam
incredible.
Rosenroy and
Of
his
course,
side.
yeah, very good start. Very good start.
So and surprisingly, he has been pulling off results that most of the people were actually, including me, I think, and you.
Yeah.
We were both very skeptic about his hiring and the results that he
I
might be
thought,
able to.
uh, and one thing again, we were talking this last week also. We discussed this.
Yeah,
He brought some calm, and this game also showed they
showed this.
didn't
Yes.
panic. Even
Yeah.
2-0 down,
Yeah.
they never panicked in second half. They were
Yeah.
cool and calm within the midfield, the sideways, the Cucurella, the
Yeah.
Pesky Fofana. They knew they will score. Now, this is the confidence which was missing from the
And I
last. I
think,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how long.
You
So
must you
that's
must
the
give credit
calmness
to
you need in a
yeah,
bigger clubs to perform
yeah.
and to reach the heights they would like to. And
And
all
I think
fans would like to.
another very good sign for all the Chelsea fans was that Cole Palmer started
Yes.
off and stayed the entire
Stayed
game
90 minutes,
length.
yes, yes. That
Yeah,
was
so I think
incredible. Yes.
that was something that all
That was
Chelsea
also
fans.
surprising for a lot for me also. I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting Cole Palmer to be on the pitch for 90 minutes.
for 90 minutes, that is,
So a
yes.
very
I
good sign. A
expected
very
him to
good
be
sign.
substituted
Yes.
by in the later 70s minutes somewhere, but that didn't happen. And I think, but still, I think he also requires some time to get his grips back in the game,
Yeah.
a little time on the pitch, because he is off his mark. He's not showing his true colors at the moment.
True.
Uh, but I think, yeah, with time, I think that can come back. He's been recovering from a very severe injury and he's been out for a very long time.
Long time.
But yeah, I think a very good result, a very good 3 points for Chelsea, particularly at this point
Absolutely,
of
yes.
time where the heat is on for Champions League spot and Premier League. I think this is just crazily going
Crucial
on.
3 points, yes.
Yeah,
Very
very
crucial.
crucial very crucial 3 points. Yeah, so this was the first match. We head to where are we heading next?
I mean, Old Trafford. Another
Oh, and other
suspense,
cracker, another thriller,
another
another
cracker,
3-2 score line.
another 3-2. Yes, another
Yeah,
3-2 for Michael Carrick. Yeah,
and this again at home.
at
A
home.
little different story this time around. I think they were brilliant at home. Just as we said earlier in the first game's review, they started off just the way Chelsea fans would have wanted Chelsea to start off as well. So cracking in the first half as well, right from the get go, they were brilliant. I think, and Michael
I,
Carrick is
the,
also. I
I
mean,
think this game was like it was more crucial than winning those. I mean, following it up with win against City and Arsenal because this could be the a trickier fixture for me. I mean, I would like
agreed,
because before that game, a lot of
agreed.
United fans had goosebumps, or I mean, they were worried because Fulham is a very good side, a very good
They are a
trained
very good side.
disciplined
Yes.
under Marco Silva, and they've been
Yeah.
performing right now, scoring late goals. They were on the run before that game, so
Exactly.
we were like thinking United should push on and that they should score early goals to keep them
Yes.
in that game and to have that momentum in their hands also to control. And I thought first half was brilliant. I
No,
mean,
they
a
did
lot
not
of
disappoint on that front. I think
which was
brilliant in the
expected
first
because the
half.
momentum United is on.
Exactly.
But of
Exactly.
course, you were always in the game, and you need error. Fulham was waiting for some sort of a mistake from United, and that came through Harry Maguire by giving
Very
up
late in
a
the yeah.
penalty. It was a, I
Yeah.
mean, he shouldn't be diving into that because the goalkeeper was there and he was covering it.
And you don't
could have been a
expect,
save. Yeah, could
such
have
a
been a
foul
save.
from very seasoned
Absolutely.
defender.
After such
Exactly.
a brilliant 2 weeks of Harry Maguire, and he's
Exactly.
been amazing throughout. So
Yeah.
that was an era Fulham was waiting for,
Waiting
and
for you.
and the momentum switched in last 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all Fulham. A cracker of a goal scored by a youngster, Kevin. I mean,
I think
what would you
that was a brilliant,
ask for
brilliant
on his,
strike.
of course, early days, and at Old Trafford scoring against United and scoring a
But it was,
level
yeah,
a
it
point.
was a very brilliant.
That
Yes.
time
Yeah.
it was like okay, that we should settle for a point. But this United team, this is again we were talking about. This is a different United we are seeing altogether. They again, just like Chelsea, Carrick has brought that confidence into them, and
Oh,
he's just keeping it basic. I mean,
and
you concede a goal, you go again, go forward.
I
You don't
think
need to sit back.
this is even more vividly visible, in United's case. The Michael Carrick factor
Yeah,
is it's brilliant.
we just
He has
seen an
not just
old.
brought calm, Mr. Abro, he has
Yes,
also brought in, I don't know where has he got this energy from, but the spirit and the intent.
I mean,
Manchester
never
United is
came
like,
in. And
but they're
it
just
was.
biting off everything that is coming their way.
I
Well,
mean,
this is phenomenally
they've
good.
took
I think
off
I have not seen
Casemiro.
United
They've
this
took off.
aggressive.
No,
Uh,
absolutely. This is what I talk before the. I
yeah,
mean, this era of previous regimes also, we
yeah,
have seen United to sit back after
yeah,
2-0 or 1-0. They always like sitting back and hitting the team on counters. Even
yeah. Trying to keep retain
even
the
at
possession.
home,
That is,
they
yeah,
don't need to dominate.
yeah.
But this is different. Absolutely,
No,
they are
this is
not worried
entirely
about
different.
conceding. They want
I
to
think
score enough. You
I
cannot.
have
I mean,
not.
this sort of you cannot outscore us. We will
I would
outscore you.
s- I would say, Mr. Abru, that I think United has not been a threat like this ever since Sir Alex Ferguson's era. And this is brilliant. I mean,
Absolutely.
they are the real threat at the moment in Premier League. I think nobody would want to face
I
United
mean,
at this point of time. They are absolutely brilliant. They are throwing in everything right from
and
from the goalkeeper's
and Aman,
position to defense and to attack, and their attack is like, I mean, they are relentless. They are relentless. Their intent is very clear, and you can see it in their body language, how they are all communicating together. The gameplay, the link play.
yes, they
They're
I mean,
using the width
they never
of the
give in
field. They're using the
because
center of the field. I mean, this is
I
absolutely
mean,
brilliant.
look at Bruno. How Bruno is playing freely. I mean, this
And
is
I
what we
think
wanted
Bruno is,
from the
I
get
think
go. I mean, we discussed a lot
exactly.
that
I
he's
think
right back. He's not a
of
number
all the
eight.
things,
He's
I
not a
think
number six.
this is perhaps something that United fans would be most thankful for to Carrick, that he has actually given Bruno Fernandes the freedom and his position back.
Absolutely, and
And
he's.
I
I
think
mean,
this is
he's playing
just
like a king.
and
I
the
mean,
results are the results are showing that this was something that we have been also we have been blabbing about this the entire season length so far, while Amorim was in charge, that this is something that everybody would, anybody who's been watching football, they can tell you right away that there's a formation. There's a problem that, Bruno Fernandes is not playing his central position. And I think,
I mean,
Carrick has, plugged in all the right gaps that he wanted to. And brilliant
this
result.
is. He
Brilliant
had
result.
2 assists in this game, and right now in all Europe across top five league, Malik Sahib,
Yeah.
he's just behind Bayern Munich's the Crystal Palace player that left.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The went to Bayern. Yeah.
Yeah, he has 15 assists,
Yeah.
and Bruno got 12 assists. I mean, this shows that what kind
And
of player we have in the Premier League right now.
when when your seniors score, Mr. Abru, this is also a great sigh of relief. This is a great confidence booster. Casemiro on the scoring sheet,
He's been
Matheus
a
Cunha scoring
terrific
a
form.
brilliant goal,
I
and
think
then
Casemiro can be. I mean, we can all upset about. We can all say this that this he's on a mission to end this United stint on a high and to give United a Champions League spot. I mean,
and I think he is
everybody knows he's
providing,
leaving
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. I think he's
So
providing the honor that he's supposed to provide.
what
He's a bit reckless while defending, but that's his
yes, but
character.
that's his
That
what.
yeah,
That's the game. I mean, that's
that's
what
and
we expect
that
from
is the
Brazilian. Yeah.
typical Casemiro that we know about. He has
Yes,
been like this all his life. But going
and
forward, I
of
think, and
course,
when he is brought into the attack, I
and
think he has always been
Benjamin,
brilliant.
I'm also happy for Benjamin Sesko. I mean, what a moment
And
for that kid. I mean,
you know,
he's young right
Sesko
now.
coming again on
What
the
a
scoring sheet
prodigy! If
after a
he
very long
keeps, I
time.
mean, I was if you look at the goal, I was like, it was like Robert Lewandowski in that
Yeah,
finish.
the
I don't know.
finish. Yeah,
It's flashes of young Robert Lewandowski while at Borussia Dortmund. It was
but
so
I think
similar. What
I
a
think
cool and calm
I
finish
like
it
this.
was.
I like this lad. I think he has potential.
I
You know,
mean,
similar to Gyökeres, they have not been able to pull off a great stint. You know, but in Premier League so far. But I wish them good
uh,
luck. But this was again a great, brilliant game. Very
again,
crucial
back
three
up.
points for Manchester United,
Absolutely.
taking
Yeah,
them
they're
back
back on
onto
form.
the fourth
Yes.
position
Yes.
on the table. So yeah, brilliant finish. A brilliant game this was.
Yes, absolutely.
Where do we head to next? Villa Park, I
I
think.
think yes, Villa Park, a shock in the making.
A shocker, a howler of
I
a
mean,
defeat at home.
nobody expected this.
Oh, and Brentford have been. I mean,
I mean,
they have not been
they are
typically
pulling results
brilliant
after
in this
results. I
season
mean,
away games. I mean, and this was just surprising. This was just
what a defeat.
surprising.
I mean, this wasn't on the cards.
This was not. No.
This was I was like, what is Villa up to now? Because they were with 10 men and in the death minutes of first half, Otara scored. I mean, and that was a goal from I don't know he's got angle or what space. They shouldn't be conceding goal from that
They
angle
no, no,
from
no. They should not
I
be
mean from
conceding.
very narrow
But
angle.
but I think Mr. Abro, the real worry came, I think, after this goal in the second half
Yes,
itself. And I
yes.
think villains were, I mean, they were just not there.
They
You know,
thrown the kitchen sink at Brentford, and I was
but
amazed with the defending and the
no.
discipline in the box. They were
And
throwing bodies, they were
and
flying to
this
stop
is
the shots
surprising.
and all this.
This is surprising, and that's what I was getting on to. That Brentford have not been typically brilliant this season, you know, on away games. But this
Yes,
time around,
absolutely.
they held up the one goal lead. A one goal lead is never enough in Premier League, and we
Never
have
enough in the
seen
Premier
this
League.
too
Yes,
often. Yes, we have seen
absolutely.
this too
Yes,
often. But I
yes.
think hats off to Brentford for pulling off the stunt. They were brilliant in this game. I think defensively they somehow blocked Aston Villa like I think nobody else has done so far.
They're seventh on the
So
table, Malik Saab.
a
This
very
is
slim
absolutely
one goal
amazing.
lead. And I think villains,
Yeah.
if they had the pulled off a victory here, considering the next game
Yes, they would
that
close the
we would
gap
be
on
covering,
Arsenal. They would have
they would have
they
closed the gap further down and maybe even,
4 points
gotten
behind
closer
us.
to the second position as well. But here we stand,
Yes.
villains conceding a goal and losing the game. This was a shell shock, loss for all the villains fan. And I think for
And of
Unai
course,
Emery as well, this is a
they'll be.
great worry
I mean,
for him.
for
You
villains,
know,
they'll be looking above
yeah,
their shoulders now
they
because
must
there's
be. They
five
must
points
be because
chasing back, including United,
no,
Chelsea,
exactly.
and then Liverpool. I mean, this is what 7 points in total.
And
All
this,
these three teams
conceding
have,
and
and
losing against Brentford, they are not even in the top six at this point of time. So yeah, great worry for Unai Emery. Getting out of form
yes,
this late in the season only means that you would be dropping points and you would be dropping
yes,
positions,
this is their
dropping.
sixth defeat. That's
Yeah,
their sixth defeat.
yeah. So definitely
So
not a title
yikes.
contender anymore, but I think they need to gear up. They need to, reclaim their
Yeah,
form
they need to
if they
basically
want
they
to
need
finish in
to
the top
cement
4 or 5.
position in
Yeah,
top four. They need to
yeah, they
because the
need to.
position they
Yes,
are in, they are still comfortable, five
they are still
points
comfortable.
ahead.
Exactly,
One loss,
exactly.
and they could be thrown
But I
in
think,
that.
Mr. Abro, Premier League is just heating up now.
Absolutely, yes. I
So
mean,
this
we just
this
got
lead this lead can be narrowed
14
down in
games
the couple
remaining.
of weeks. Yes,
14 games remaining, and wow, I mean,
and this is
how
still
many
so
years
this
till
can
the
still
season?
swing
This
anywhere.
can absolutely, and this is still giving us
I
topsy
mean,
turvy. I mean, this is amazing league.
Amazingly,
Old
yeah,
Barclays
yeah,
Premier League
very
at the
old.
moment.
Yeah, yeah, something that we are very grateful for. So
Absolutely,
again, a
yes.
very great game for Brentford. A disastrous loss to Aston Villa. Very crucial 3 points for Brentford as well.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we move on to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the last fixture that we're
Oh,
covering at length. And then
that's going to be
again, this is, I mean, oh my God,
I mean, if you
what?
look at Malik Saab, if you look at the starting lineup, I
Yeah,
feel okay. Thomas Frank is not delivering the result, yes, but I feel for him. I think he has half of his squad on the injury
yeah,
table getting
yeah,
treatment. So if you look at the squad right now, and
yeah.
even we speak right now after we conclude this, Dominic Solanke won't be there in the next fixture. He has an injury.
Exactly,
Taken off.
exactly.
I mean, also Romero won't be there at Old Trafford, so I mean, they are going to Old Trafford next week, and this
Yeah,
could be anything at Old Trafford. So, I mean, that side and City coming on all gung ho, blazing with their attacking strength. They should have been. And they were 2-0 up. They were comfortable, and then you allowed
and
a team. I mean,
I mean,
already on the vent for me.
can I just add that the both new hirings, their new signings, they were both brilliant. Margui and
Yes,
Semenyo, they were both brilliant at their
Semenyo.
positions.
Absolutely
Semenyo
yes.
also put up his name on the scoring sheet. Ryan
Yes.
Cherky,
And that was his fifth goal in fifth start, I
exactly,
guess.
yeah,
A
and
great
Ryan
start
Cherky was
to his
also
career.
brilliant. But this is Ryan Cherky. I mean, and I think he is pulling off all he can for Manchester City at this point of time. But I mean, he is still not Kevin De Bruyne. You cannot expect
No,
him
he's not a
to
Kevin De
be
Bruyne.
this
For me, he's just
single-handed
like
winner.
another Phil Foden in the ranks of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if you go back and early days of David Silva, you see
exactly,
him playing like
exactly.
this as a
Yeah,
floater.
and I think I was a big fan of David Silva
Yeah,
back in the day when Manchester City were actually gearing up and they were actually taking claim of some position in the Premier League. So I think he was in the very very early days in the squad of those early days, and remained a very long time with the club. But I think this was again a game of two halves. Spurs were, I mean, they were just completely berserk in the second half. They were
even if we
outstanding.
look at Melissa, even if we look at the second half also, I mean, City had control. They could have easily shifted the gears. Okay, we
They
were talking
still
about
attempted, yes.
that
They
2
still
nil.
attempted,
Okay, it's
yes.
a 2-0, but you need to finish the side
Yeah,
when they are hurt on the ground. You need to finish it off.
yeah.
And this is where City has been lacking in this season because they are totally depending. There's a lot of dependency on Erling Haaland. And I don't know how long he's not been scoring.
I
For
think
since how long?
this
I don't know.
was
Open play, he hasn't.
7 or 8 games so
Yes,
far
he
that he
hasn't
has not
scored.
scored.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, in the Champions League he did, but this is we are talking
yeah,
about Premier League and he hasn't scored
yeah.
from the open. I think it's the sixth game. Or I don't know
It's the
how
sixth or
long, but
seventh game, probably,
yes,
yeah, in a
and
row, and that
that
is,
frustration is being shown on the pitch also. He's been
yeah,
absolutely, I mean, dreadful, frustrated figure walking
exactly,
around. So, of course, that is Pep. There is a worry for Pep when you look at the body language. And yes,
exactly.
of course, there was talking point about the first goal. Yes, I thought that was a foul. He kicked his shin, Mark Gui's shin, and that reflected and that, brought the goal. So that
Yeah,
could have been looked by VAR. That could have been, choked off. But then again, I mean, you allow the team to come back and then a second goal with that Oliver Giroud kind of a Henrik Mkhitaryan kind of a scorpion kick we
yeah,
saw, or Zlatan Ibrahimovic will tell you how you score scorpion
yeah.
kick with the scorpion kick. So it was an amazing second goal. But then what
No, the
it
goal
had,
was
they
amazing.
were time. He got time, enough time to go on and win it.
And I think they
I mean,
they they
I
came
didn't see
close.
that hunger,
They
the firepower.
No, I think they came close. In the second half, and I think they rattled the
Crossbar, yeah.
upright, yeah,
Yes,
of
upright, yeah.
Spurs goal. But that was just one isolated occasion.
Incident, yes,
They
yes,
yeah
absolutely.
they created, they moved, brought the ball forward, but they had nothing to finish it off. No real threat in the
And
second half other than one isolated. But I think
And one
Spurs
more
were just phenomenal in the second half. They were.
one more thing, a lot of City fans are, of course, Guardiola in his presser, and if you heard what Rodri had to say, I mean, this wasn't. You shouldn't be going like this after post match and saying that they don't want them to win. I mean,
I think
this is
that
hilarious
was
for me. I mean,
absurd.
this
That
is
was absurd.
hilarious. If you look
Exactly.
back and saw how City dominated the Premier League, I mean, there are a lot of talking
I
points
mean,
which goes in their favor.
of
So, what
anybody,
other
this
teams should
should
do
not be
now?
coming from City,
I mean,
City
he
players
could be
and
in trouble, Malik Saab.
the
He
club.
could
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
trouble for his rant. I
And
mean, he
I
should
think,
be thankful also. If you look at the game, he was on a yellow. Then there were
yeah,
two instances where he could have been sent off. He
I
should
think
have been sent
I
off.
am dead sure that one particular instance in the midfield, a very reckless tackle. He
I mean, he
should
should have
have
been sent
been,
off.
say, second yellowed again. Yes, exactly. And he should have been sent off. And also, at this point of time, I would also say, considering Rodri and his health condition and his form, uh, I think, do you think this is wise for him to go into, such physical tackles? Because
No, I don't think so.
if he's somebody who's making such tackles, he would also be receiving them
Absolutely, yes.
as a reciprocal, and that I think is something that his body cannot sustain.
I think they should be thankful that we don't see. I mean, we don't have the era of Roy Keane these days playing.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
mean, or I mean,
Michael Essien and
Michael
Dezeli sort of
Essien playing. I mean,
defense
these
midfielder.
guys
Yes,
could have nailed you on the ground, and these
yeah,
guys
yeah,
could
yeah.
have given you
Buried
what
you
you
right down there
right.
on the midfield as
Absolutely.
well.
So, I mean, a lot of midfielders are very lucky these days. They're playing such
And I think while
dominating.
talking about defense midfield, I think for Spurs, Palhinha was absolutely fantastic in the second half,
I think he
particularly.
was shifted to right back in the end. If you look at that
Exactly, and
position,
he was.
he's
I
changed
think
his position.
he stood firm on that flank,
Yes,
and he was
he's a very good
brilliant,
signing.
brilliant.
I
Yes,
thought
yes, yes.
very good signing. He's on a loan right now.
Yeah,
I think if Thomas Frank is about to stay, I think he should get this permanently signed. He's a very good
I
player.
think that was a brilliant,
Very good player.
performance from him. A very surprising result how it ended. A very
Absolutely,
good
points
point
dropped.
for Spurs. Some sign of worry for Pep Guardiola, definitely.
I think Melissa,
As this match
something is
ended.
not right.
Honey,
Something is not
definitely
right
there are
behind the
many
scenes.
things that are not right
Something
about
is not right. Even Guardiola's posture is not throwing a good
exactly,
reflection. I mean, I
exactly.
don't know, but he could be walking. He could be walking very soon.
I think, he definitely, his body language, I think, uh, tells you
I mean,
otherwise.
I don't know. I don't know, but something's not right within that club. I
No,
tell you,
something is definitely not right, but they're still buying,
maybe yeah,
and they're
maybe
still buying.
those
Yeah.
115, charges are, I mean, looming large,
And I
which
don't know
they are
whether
fearing
if
most.
Armageddon is going to come first or those
Absolutely,
charges,
yes,
verdict is
yes.
going to come first. But yeah, that's something that everybody I think is just looking ahead for all the
For
the
this,
players board
yes.
and officials to actually
I
pass
think
on the
it's about
verdict, and
time
let's see.
they
Yeah,
should
yeah,
come clean. I mean,
yeah,
the
exactly.
Premier League or the Man City. I mean, anybody should come clean right now. But either one of them, because
Either one of them.
it is
Yeah, this
harming and
has
it
been
is
put
putting a
on
bad
hold for
image to
too
the
long.
Premier League itself.
I think this has been put on hold for too long, and I think this should be concluded now.
Absolutely,
So
yes.
I think this is what we had for the four matches that we picked, Mr. Abru. Let's take
Absolutely,
a quick glance over all the remainder of the fixtures that went on in this match week. Uh,
yes.
so I think I would conduct it chronologically if that's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Right. So the first match, a 1-1 draw. Brighton taking on
Everton,
Everton.
yeah.
I think a fair game.
Absolutely, yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Broadly speaking, a very fair game. I mean,
Yeah.
and ended in a draw. I think this was expected of this game. Considering, and that is a high praise for Everton, that if this ended in a draw,
In a
considering
draw, yeah.
Brighton at home, they have been good. They've been brilliant so far in the season. The second game, a dominance of Gunners over Leeds at
I mean, that's
Allen
how you
Road.
respond. That's how
That's
you
yeah, yeah,
respond.
yeah, yeah. That's how you respond. And I think they
That's how
cemented
you
it very,
respond.
very clearly, and all particularly to the chasing pack and those who are nearing them, closing in.
That we don't, we
Yeah,
are not feeling
checking
nervy
in
or
villains. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. That this is how it's done. So a brilliant
we
4
feel
0
that.
win over Leeds.
Absolutely.
And that also on travels. Uh, Moving forward, we go to Wolverhampton, and I think another dismal performance
That
from them, taking them further down. I mean, they are
great
dead
to
and
see that.
buried
Oh, I mean,
in the relegation 20th
yeah,
position now.
they should be planning for
Um,
championship now.
yeah, 2-0. Bournemouth were phenomenally good, I think, and everybody who is playing against Wolves should be
Yeah,
phenomenally good at this point of time. So, and and again, an away win for Bournemouth, fantastic result. A shocking result. Another derby. We go to Anfield. This was, Liverpool taking on Magpies, Newcastle, and a very surprising, very shocking result. I did not see this
absolutely.
coming at all. I
And
did
they
not see
scored
this coming
first.
at all.
I thought Newcastle were fair enough to have a goal first because they were
Yeah,
terrific in first 40 minutes. But then again, I don't know what happened. Quickly
I
losing
don't
two
know what
goals to
happened. Yeah,
Ekitike in 2 minutes, and that changed the game for me.
that changed, and
After
they
that, they were
absolutely
nowhere near. They were
destroyed
not in the
Newcastle
game.
later
Yes.
on.
I mean, this
The
could have been 5 or 6-1. This could
This
have
could
been
have
five or
been
six
10
one.
goals. This Mr. Abro,
Yeah,
had they
absolutely.
started earlier, this could
I
have been
mean,
10 goals. And everybody from everybody of Liverpool's side that they were on the pitch, they would have scored definitely, because the last goal, it seems, the Konate's goal, that
yeah,
anybody would have had a go, and they would have found the back of the net. So I thought, I can't say
absolutely.
this was a horror show for Newcastle.
Shambles.
They've been particularly good. I think they
Defensively,
also
yes.
played draw against PSG's huge side in Champions League. Just days
Yeah.
earlier this fixture. So I did
Again,
not see
I
this
think
coming.
Malik Saab, a lot of sides like Aston Villa, the Newcastles, I think they're struggling to cope
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
It's the
European
depth of
football at the
the
same time
squad.
because
Yeah, yeah,
depth
yeah.
of the squad, and this is where
That
they
gets to
learn
them.
moving
Yes.
forward. Yes,
We go to Nottingham Forest taking on Crystal Palace, another cracking game. Brilliant, brilliant game of football. All I think I must say that Sean Dyche deserves some respect.
yes, yes.
On his technical abilities, standing firm against a side like Crystal Palace at this point of time.
I
And
mean, for
still,
Palace, a very
uh,
good point on the roads after so many dismal performances.
exactly,
I
exactly.
mean, sigh of relief for Palace for to getting a point,
Yeah, to getting a point. Yes,
even
exactly.
at Nottingham. So
Yeah, even
it's
in
a clear
Nottingham,
result like
exactly.
this.
And the last fixture, another Northern Derby,
Oh
the City
yes,
of Light Stadium, Sunderland replying Burnley
terrific
firmly
comeback.
with 3-0 victory,
Absolutely
similar
terrific.
to, Arsenal's fashion. They were pathetic in the, in the week earlier that we reviewed, the match
Becoming the
week.
only side of newly promoted side that they are
Yeah,
11th at the moment. So they've been
yeah.
flying at home especially.
And though this was a testament that, they have some serious, serious firepower if they come and if they put
They're
that to
in top
work.
eight. Yeah, top eight. Sunderland are in
Yes,
top eight right now.
yes.
Huge win.
So
And pushing well for
let's
spots,
take
I
a look
believe.
at the table. How it
So
stands
yeah,
after
the Gunners, I mean,
match week
good
24.
6 point lead. A very good 6 points. I won't call
So
it a
Gunners,
healthy points,
yes, exactly.
but
After
yes, a good six
24
point lead.
matches, they sit at first position at 53 points
Yeah.
with them. The second is City with
Man City, yeah,
47.
with 47.
Aston Villa
Villa,
trailing behind 1 point to City, 46. Then comes
46.
United at fourth, 41 points.
41.
Chelsea trailing behind United by a point, that is 40. And then
Same
Liverpool
goes here.
trailing behind 1 point to Chelsea, that is 39. So this is
Yeah,
how, the top five appears at this point of time. And then
for
from,
all the
yeah,
viewers who are watching and listening to this, England will get they will get 5 spots
5 spots
in
for
the next
Champions League.
coming Champions League. So top
Yeah,
five will qualify for the
for
Champions League.
Champions League.
Yeah.
So from seventh position on, Mr. Abro, 36 points. Up till 10th position, it's 34 points. Everton, then Newcastle and Bournemouth tying up the points, 33 points each. Brighton with 31, Spurs with 29, Palace with 29, and Leeds 26, Nottingham Forest 26. And then
I think
there's the relegation
it's
zone
a 6 points lead from the top. I mean, from
from the
Nottingham
top. I think so.
and West
Yeah,
Ham. Yes. So it was
it's fair to say
again a
that
very very huge loss for West Ham. Yeah.
West Ham, yes. So Sean Dyche and the Leeds are in the clear of the relegation zone at least so far.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, they're
So
6 points ahead.
yeah. So I think this concludes what we had for from match week 24.
Yeah.
So I think we'll call it a day here and we'll wrap it up. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and we would urge you, we would plea, our static plea, something that we put up every week to you guys to please like the videos and subscribe to the channel. We are desperate for the support, and should this continue, there are big, aims that we have, good plans to produce
Yeah.
some very good content, but that can only happen if if your support continues to grow. Enjoy football, enjoy your life. We'll see you around next week, and hopefully, inshallah. Right?
Another thrilling, enticing Premier League game
Exactly.
week 25 coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Abdul.
I mean, of course, that's the same thing. I would like to say that like and share as many want to, and of course, bring your friend, bring your families into it,
Families
because
to into it. Yeah.
this is, I mean, a lot of efforts have been put in this, and so many things planned, so many things have been thought about,
Yeah.
and of
Yeah.
course, but with your support, everything can be achieved. Of
Yeah.
course, so keep tuning in, keep liking our stuff, and till next week, adios from our side. Stay healthy, stay
Yeah.
blessed. See you next
Allah
week.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.